What I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
Our bigger concern is that there's still a lot that's redacted, even in what we're seeing.
By now, it's kind of crazy when we think about the time when Pam Bondi told us that the list was on her desk, because ain't no way this Epstein list would even fit on top of Bondi's desk. Even with all of the redactions, an unbelievable number of people from all sectors of business and government and society have already been implicated in the files, and that's with all of the redacted names that were never supposed to be redacted in the first place. They were only supposed to redact the names of victims, but of course, so many of those names were left unredacted and made public. On Tuesday, the Justice Department sent unredacted, or at least less redacted versions of the Epstein files to members of Congress, including Thomas Massie and Khanna. And to no one's surprise, 6 of Epstein's co-conspirators had been protected, in Representative Khanna's words, for no apparent reason. And we can speculate as to what reason the DOJ could have had to protect these co-conspirators, but Khanna was kind enough to read those 6 names out loud for us.
There were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massie and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful men. These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI. Now, my question is, why did it take Thomas Massie and me going to the Justice Department to get these 6 men's identities to become public? And if we found 6 men that they were hiding in 2 hours, imagine how many men they are covering up for in those 3 million files.
Prior to this, Massie had also spoken out about the unredacted names and posted them to his X account. He explains that in response to his posts, the DOJ, 1, unredacted an FBI file that labels 2 individuals as co-conspirators, 2, unredacted a file that lists several men who might be implicated, and 3, tacitly admitted that Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem was a sender of the torture video. And the runaround with this administration and these files is something that we should all be used to by now. We were told originally that Trump would release the files and publish the list. Then we were told that there was no list. Then we were told that the list did exist, but it was on Bondi's desk. Then we were told to stop asking about the list. Then parts of the list came out, but not all of it. So when we asked for the rest of it, FBI Director Kash Patel basically said, that is it. There is no more, nothing more to see. So now Thomas Massie is calling Kash Patel out directly for lying to Congress and the American people. Kash Patel testified to Congress that FBI had no evidence of other sex traffickers, Massie wrote in an X post late Monday night. This is FBI's own 2019 document listing Leslie Wexner as co-conspirator in child sex trafficking. Wexner's name had initially been redacted in the document, but was unredacted after Massie publicly questioned the decision to keep the identity of the well-known retired CEO under wraps. He said this in response to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who tried to defend the redaction of Wexner's name on this particular document by saying his name had been unredacted elsewhere in the Epstein files. Massie also criticized the DOJ for trying to justify the redactions of the co-conspirators' names by saying that victims' names were also in the document and those victims' names were supposed to be redacted. He said, "Tonight they learned you can redact victims' names while still publishing the other names per our law." And in the testimony Massie was referring to, Patel said, "There is no credible information, none. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals, and the information we have, again, is limited." It's clear that we can't trust anything that comes out of this administration, and that is clear because they've been caught lying to us too many times, too blatantly and too unapologetically. At best, they try to justify their lie, but more often than not, they just pretend that they never said what they said and hope the rest of the country will just forget about the things that they said. They don't seem to be bothered by the fact that the internet keeps receipts of everything. They don't seem to be bothered by the fact that the government isn't actually supposed to lie to the people. And honestly, from what we've seen in these files, so many members of our government and our ruling class don't seem bothered by a lot of things that would bother most people. So for example, that Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, he's a Emirati businessman and CEO of global ports company DP World, and he said things in the emails between him and Epstein that I am not comfortable reading out loud to you. And yes, he did send a torture video to Epstein, and Epstein liked it. Meanwhile, the talking heads over at Fox News are still mad about the Bad Bunny halftime show. They're still up to all of their old, tired tricks of manufacturing outrage over something that no one is really that mad about. No real person is losing sleep over Bad Bunny's halftime show apart from anyone who is just too far gone already. Trump is tweeting about how terrible and lewd it was, as if Trump's own name doesn't pop up in those Epstein files more than anyone else's over 1 million times, as if Trump is the arbiter of what is good in the world of music, as if no one understands or speaks the Spanish language in the United States. When the president of the United States claims that no one understands anything Bad Bunny was saying, it just shows us what so many of us have already known for so long, that Trump lives in a very, very small and ignorant bubble, which is dangerous for the leader of a democratic nation, especially when that nation includes an entire Spanish-speaking island. I don't speak as much Spanish as I really should, considering how much Spanish I took in high school and college. I didn't understand any of what was said in that halftime show, but I got it. I've watched it several times since it aired, and I just feel bad that what was objectively and incredible performance by one of the biggest performers in the world is being overshadowed by political nonsense on the right. And if we don't know by now that the political nonsense is a distraction, then we are toast. But sure, let's pretend that catch my fish, drink my beer is even remotely comparable to what Bad Bunny did. All of this is the most obvious and the worst cover-up this country has perhaps ever seen, and it's being led by a team of wholly incompetent government officials and media figures. And really, the incompetence is a gift to the rest of us, because if this is the first domino to fall, then we are in for a world of change, and hopefully it's for the best. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks. Hey, it's Yasmin Khan. Thank you so much for watching. If you're into what we're doing here, please hit that like button. It really, really helps. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to Rebel HQ and hit that bell so that you never miss an upload. I've also got a playlist with all of my videos, so feel free to dive in and catch up there. And if you're over like the corporate spin and just want real people-powered news, hit that join button and be part of the movement. We couldn't do it without your support. Seriously, thank you so much. Stay informed, stay engaged, and I will see you in the next one.